So today we are here at the Crystal Healer in St Albans. Really excited today to have a look around at all the crystals and to meet Philip, who is known as the #1 UK crystal healer in the UK. So it's really exciting. Now he's been picking up crystals from all over the world, and I know he's just got a wealth of knowledge that he's going to share with us. So come with me and let's see what happens today. Hi Philip.
Hi Karen.
Hi, thanks for having us. Sorry we got stuck in some traffic there. Nice to meet you. Lovely. This is Sarah Jean. I'm Karen.
Hi.
Sorry, didn't mind out the way. Okay.
Come in.
Lovely,
Welcome.
thank you. Wow, exciting. Whoa, feel the energy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the energy here is amazing, and you obviously work with this every day.
Every day, yeah.
Amazing. So tell me about what it is you do, how you got into it, who you are.
Okay, so I'm Philip Permutt, and I basically do crystals and crystal healing and teach crystal healing, and I got into it 1992.
Wow, okay, so it's a lot of years of experience
about 34 years ago. And I suffered from a disease called Crohn's disease.
Oh, my husband has that.
Right, and so it's the bowel basically swells, but it swells in, so it blocks itself. And I had a couple of bowel resections, and I had that since I was sort of 21, so since 81. And then as time sort of goes on, things happen, and I had another operation, and they made a slight mistake and they cut the sciatic nerve to my right leg.
Oh no.
So I can't walk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't walk. And nerve tissue never regrows.
Right.
So I can't walk.
But you can walk.
Oh yeah, I can walk. I forgot that. Yeah, but the doctor said I can't walk, so that's fine. And so what happened was my then wife. I have to remember which one. There were a few. But my then wife, she grew up in Africa, and so her normal route medicine was the local witch doctor, and so she got. And neither of us actually accepted this thing that I couldn't walk.
No.
So she got...
The positive attitude is really important though in this, yeah?
Totally,
you were always like, I'm not accepting this.
Totally. And I grew up, my father actually did a whole load of stuff with photographing the spirit world, and he wrote a couple of books, and there are loads of photographs. Wow. And there's a whole collection at Cambridge University now actually of spirit
around
photographs.
Spirit and...
Spirit photographs, yeah.
Wow.
And so we decided, no, we're not having this. And she got into the hospital, so I'm still in hospital. Literally anyone who would come in who would do anything. There was Native American shaman, Chinese shaman, there was a witch doctor that she knew who was African. There were nuns, she got in nuns praying around the bed. Wow. There was a gospel preacher who, did the whole, do you believe, or the whole lot, yeah.
Right.
Chinese herbs smelling out the whole hospital, and crystals as well, of course, and hands-on healing, spiritual healing. Anyone who would come in doing anything you've ever heard of, stuff you haven't heard of, stuff I wish I hadn't heard of. Yeah. And then one day, after a couple of weeks of this, I used to smoke in those days.
Right.
And in those days, which might be a surprise to people now, you could smoke in hospital as well.
Right. Yes.
But you weren't allowed to smoke in the room because there was oxygen in the room and you might blow up the hospital. So you had to go to the smoking section. And so I had these two things. I had a drip going into one arm, and that was like on a wheelie thing. And I hadn't been out of bed, of course, because I couldn't walk. And on the other side of me was this big box, and that was on a wheelie thing. And this had pre-digested food, and it was pumping it into my heart.
Oh, goodness.
I always wondered who digested the food.
Yeah.
But anyway, don't worry about that. So I apparently got these two wheelie things and had got myself to the smoking area. And there are chairs and windows, it's a nice soft area inside the hospital. And I got myself there, and I'm standing there because I couldn't sit down because I didn't know I'd get up again, having a cigarette. And a nurse came along and she said, "What are you doing here?" And I thought, here we go, the whole smoking lecture.
You're gonna get
and
told
she
off.
said, You can't walk, get back to bed.
Hang on, you just walk.
And that was the moment I realised all of this weird stuff actually works.
It does.
And I went back to my room and I heard this voice saying, now you get it.
Spirit.
No. First
Oh,
crystal
my
I ever had.
goodness.
And this
Tingling
was
in the-
next to the bed. Yeah.
And
I still work with this crystal today.
this crystal is
It's a quartz crystal.
the master healer,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
quartz, which is the amplifier,
Yeah.
and therefore is your favourite crystal because
Yeah,
it
It
saved you from a life of
absolutely. Yeah,
missing out.
yeah.
Wow, that's
And
amazing.
and so technically, I know now what happened because apparently about 1 in 100 people who lose that nerve do walk again, but it takes about 10 years.
Okay.
And
How long did it take you?
6 weeks and 2 days after I was told I couldn't walk again, I walked out the hospital.
It's amazing. What an
And
amazing
so
story.
one of the things that crystals do, all crystals, is they speed up what your body can do.
And you said the crystal spoke to you.
Yeah.
So obviously, people that are
They
not
all-
weird like me would think, oh, or even people like me are thinking, oh, that spirit spoke to you.
Yeah.
And you say no, you
Crystals.
could recognise the voice from the
Yeah.
crystal. Is that right?
Yeah, all the crystals speak to me all the time.
So literally,
So-
what would say that beautiful
Lapis.
lapis say?
Well, right now it's saying that, sorry, you can't have him because he wants to go to someone else. There's someone
It's a
really,
lady, quite a small lady.
really specific. Someone
Lady,
was in
yes,
here.
yeah.
They,
A small lady.
Yeah, she was in
And
here.
that's not
when-
just, I don't know, well, it could be the crystal saying that.
Yeah.
Because who's actually telling me that he belongs to,
Yeah.
it's a he,
But
and he
you
belongs
know-
to a small lady.
Yeah, but you know,
And she's got glasses.
so there's, yeah, she does actually, but she takes them off
You
sometimes.
see? How weird. So is that the crystal telling me or is that spirit telling me?
I don't know. I listen to crystals, you listen to spirit.
Or was I just talking to that crystal?
You might have been. So what I believe is that people who see spirit and communicate with spirit, their wavelength shifts.
Yes.
And people who communicate with energies, other energies like crystals, theirs shifts the other way.
Okay.
It's fractional. It's really fractional. And
Tingling on that, so confirming what you're
yeah, so
saying.
especially people who see. So do you see spirit or hear?
I know.
Okay.
But I can build a vision
Mm-hmm.
of, I can build visions. I deliberately asked not to see, as I said, I'm wearing contact
yeah,
lenses. I think if I were actually to see everybody sitting around, I wouldn't like it. I do have friends that see, and it works really nicely when we're clearing so that we can,
Yeah.
they can see
Well, you
and
can
I can
try
feel.
this. You can try it on them because my background actually years ago. I did a science degree, so my university degree is in biology,
Wow,
applied biology,
okay.
and so I actually did a little bit of research. And when I spent a year convalescing after I could walk, and not really doing anything except playing with crystals and researching all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff.
I love it.
And one of the things was people who can see spirit, their vision, because we've just got this tiny bit of vision that we have out of a spectrum that's
correct,
massive.
yes.
And so theirs shifts fractionally into the ultraviolet.
Right.
And they have difficulty seeing different shades of red.
Okay.
It all just looks red. So you can try that with your friends. Show them a few reds which
and
are very,
see.
very similar and
Okay.
see if they think they're the same.
Ah, okay.
And people who see energy, as in physical energy, rather than spirit energy, it's shifted slightly the other way into the
So
infrared.
that we're talking auras there?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, auras and crystal energy, and it's like if someone gets up from a chair, I can tell after they've gone that someone was sitting on the chair, and sometimes
residual energy.
Yeah, and sometimes interpret how they were feeling, especially if there was an extreme of mood, if they were really happy or really in a bad mood
okay.
or whatever. Yeah, and that's energy rather than spirit.
Right.
So I see slightly into the infrared, and have
Okay.
difficulty differentiating shades of violet.
Okay, okay. 'Cause I've got a gentleman that's stepping forward here.
Yeah.
He says you don't listen to him. What do you have to say about that?
I do sometimes.
Yeah, I'll talk to him after about that. There's something you're not listening about, that there's a situation that you're not listening about.
Yeah.
He said, he knows what it is. He's not listening to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so from that, I spent a year doing psychic fairs and festivals on the road. Everything from the village hall in a village no one's heard of, unless you live there, to Glastonbury Festival and everything in between, the healing field there. And then opened my first shop. And that was the end of 83. And then all sorts of things. So I've had 5 retail stores, and now I'm into
And your books, you've got a lot of books.
Yeah.
So we've brought some here to show.
We have. So
you've just brought a new book out. So this is the original
This
book.
is the first one, yeah. Okay. So the Crystal Healer, and so the business is called the Crystal Healer. And I love the Daily Mail because they said I'm Britain's
you're Britain's, that's why we're
leading crystal healer.
The leading crystal healer in the UK.
Yeah. So buy the Daily Mail, thank you. Seriously, yeah.
Let me have a little look at this.
And so this basically, the problem with crystal books.
Beautiful. This is easy to read. I like this.
Yeah.
So you literally can go. You've done it. Look at this by colour. Now this is really good because sometimes someone will pick up a crystal and say, "Well, what's that?" We know it's rose quartz, and then they'll turn to pink.
Yeah.
And go, "Oh, is it rhodonite or is it rose quartz?"
Yeah.
Perfect.
So the problem with crystal books, generally,
that's the problem.
Yeah,
that they don't do that.
Yeah.
That's why I said I had that other one.
3
and
problems.
I'm like, it's just sat there,
3 problems with most crystal books. Not that the information isn't good.
No, the information is good if you can find it.
Yes, precisely.
If you can find it.
And so this book is actually about the first 14 years of treating clients, teaching crystal healing, and just working with crystals myself. That's this.
I love that. It's a very easy to use guide. I've just literally flicked through it and thought, I wish I had that when I was starting out.
There you go, have a present.
Oh.
So one of the things, I'm taking it back now, one of the things is that basically the photographs in crystal books are either rubbish, or they're of the most amazing crystals that most people aren't going to afford, most people never see unless they're in a museum.
And it's true because sometimes you could buy, say, a smoky quartz and it looks nothing like what a smoky quartz looks like in a book. Every
single crystal here comes out of stock from my shop and not from my own collection.
Wonderful.
So
your collection must be, your personal connection is vast and amazing, right?
I have 1 or 2.
I love that.
And there are lots of things I haven't got as well.
Really? Yeah. So your favourite crystal is the clear quartz because it saved you, and also because it's a master healer. But I feel that there's another crystal that you've been using a lot.
So this is citrine, which I really love.
Wow! Now this citrine looks like a diamond. I have never seen a citrine so pure and so clear. Now. It's tempting to pick it up, but obviously this this is Philip's crystal, and it's got his energy on it, and it will carry his energy, and it's healing him as we speak, and making you feel lighter, happier.
And then we've got this one,
Chevron amethyst.
Yeah.
Did I get a point there?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. You can have 2. So Chevron amethyst is really, really good for chronic pain.
Right.
And I've had so many operations back in the day that I do suffer with pain. So my Crohn's is actually healed.
Yeah.
It's completely not healable.
Yeah.
No one ever is healed.
No, but it's in remission.
No, it's healed.
It's healed.
So you get a marker in your blood when you have your first Crohn's attack.
Right.
And that stays in your blood for the rest of your life.
Okay.
I haven't got it.
Wow.
So about 4 years ago, my consultant, because I still see my consultant once a year to stay in the NHS loop, basically, and he said to me that the marker's gone. And he said, not only that, but it hasn't been there for the last 5 years. I just haven't believed the results and I haven't told you because I've never seen it before. So, but I still get a lot of pain because there's so much scar tissue. Food gets caught and so this is really, really wonderful for any chronic pain. Even things like, arthritis, rheumatism, all the sort of...
Chevron amethyst is your go-to for anyone that suffers chronic pain. What about like fibromyalgia and things like that?
Yeah.
Is that a different one, or Chevron again?
Different, but Chevron amethyst will help.
And what would you suggest for, say, fibromyalgia and people with energy, kind of immune issues that is not presenting as Crohn's?
Yes, things like tourmaline's really good.
Black tourmaline?
Any colour.
pink tourmaline?
Yeah,
Yes,
pink tourmaline.
Can I get some pink tourmaline? I need to get some of that.
Yeah. Any colour tourmaline is really, really good.
Okay.
And black tourmaline is fine as well, but any tourmaline.
So there's a couple of questions I wanted to ask you that have come up recently around some of my recent clients. I basically did a kind of a podcast thing with a lovely lady, and I'm sure you're aware a lot of us ladies carry crystals in our bra, and we usually call it packing. But recently a lady...
I know you're a 32B, aren't you?
Oh yeah, really, it's all crystals, it's all rocks. But this lady, because I could read her, she wasn't keen on us putting crystals in the bra. She was saying that they're too strong, even the tumble signs, to be putting so close to such sensitive tissue. Now, because I'm a reader, I knew what she meant, and those of you watching will know I felt that she was talking about the C word, right? She didn't say it, but I put it to her. I want to ask you about that, because the old school is we're all packing, we're doing readings, we're protecting our energy. Hang on a minute, we've got these crystals that could be very, very strong against our boobies.
It's simple. It's how crystals work. So every crystal works by balancing.
Right.
So if you need a crystal, you will get a reaction to it, which might be, hey, that's wonderful, I love it. And it might be, oh, I really don't like that, I don't want to go anywhere near it.
Yes.
But you need it.
Okay.
And the ones that you get the negative reaction to, the
Moldavite.
Moldavite, there's some here, it's lovely.
So
You need it.
I'm like, no.
Yes.
Why?
Because what it's everything.
Everything about Moldavite has been like, it just...
It's about balance. Every crystal is balanced. Think of an old-fashioned balance, one of those.
Yeah.
And it's out of kilter,
Yes.
and you get a crystal and you put it on there, and it doesn't miraculously go like that. It wobbles around.
Okay.
Right? And so when you find you're getting that reaction to it, that's the wobbling.
Right.
That's the energetic wobbling that you're getting, oh, I really hate this. It feels horrible.
So...
And some people can be physically sick or anything.
Okay.
And what happens if you stay with it, then over a couple of weeks or so, you won't have it, and it will become your best friend.
So you're saying to me there's no crystals that you don't have a disliking to because you've balanced them?
Oh no, I'll still have a disliking. I meet new crystals I've never met before.
Oh wow. Yeah. They're like your friends, aren't they?
Yeah, and some of them I won't like. But then I need them. And so what happens is that the ones that you don't like, they're touching something deep down inside you don't want to look at. And they're bringing that up. So your reaction of, I don't like Moldavite, is, I don't like this thing inside me that's coming up that Moldavite's bringing up.
Okay, well, we definitely need to talk off camera on that one.
Yeah, and so all crystals will do that, but sometimes you like it because it's stuff that you like. And a lot of crystals, the ones that you like, are going to help you with things that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
The ones you really hate, they're the ones which are bringing the stuff up you don't want to do. And we all have it.
Yes.
We all have stuff and something triggers it and you just push it down and say, no, I'm not dealing with that. I'm carrying on with life.
Yeah. So hematite, am I even saying that right?
Yeah.
Doesn't like me.
Okay.
It runs away from me. I literally, years ago, even before I did all this and I was working at a college, it would find its way back to my desk, but it wouldn't be in my bra.
Okay.
I could never, I cannot keep a hematite down. It's something, it's obviously repelled against me, or it's very masculine, I don't know, but I'm quite masculine.
I think it's one of the most grounding crystals, and I think a lot of the work that you're doing is that connection
higher,
up there.
Because you do lose crystals, don't you, deliberately, and they'll come back.
Yeah.
Is what I said. So don't worry, like when you take your bra off, it'll fall out.
Oh, yeah.
But don't worry, you'll find them. As long as the dog hasn't eaten it, you'll be good.
Yeah. The sound in the ladies' changing rooms is really funny.
Yes.
It's cling, cling, cling. Yes.
That's right. So what were you thinking then about this putting the crystals in the bra? Would you recommend it? Or
yeah, absolutely fine.
It's not a problem?
Not a problem at all.
It's just if you've got certain issues with one particular one?
Yeah, and if you're feeling uncomfortable with it, you need to work with it more.
Okay.
And what I always suggest with that is don't keep that crystal in your bra, don't have it with you all the time.
Hold it.
Put it in one of those Sealy plastic bags.
Yes.
In a drawer out of sight.
Okay.
And take it out because crystals don't like those plastic bags, they don't like plastic. Put it, take it out.
So you're using like reverse psychology on a crystal?
Well, no, you're just stopping it from actually affecting you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's like a barrier.
Yeah, and then you take it out and just hold it for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Wow.
Put it away. Next
like-
day, take it out, hold it for 20 minutes. Put it away.
It's like now I'm looking at crystals differently. Like suddenly they're like energies of their own. Whereas
Yeah.
before I always, that's going to sound weird, but I always kiss my crystals after. I'm not going to say that on the camera, tit, sweat and all. You know, thank you, and put them down. Always, you know, I always say thank you to them.
Yeah.
So I guess I do speak with them, but I guess I've never thought of them as
Well, they're living
energies,
beings.
yeah, in their own right.
Yeah. So going back to my science for a minute.
Yeah.
So there was, I mean, when was I at university? 1981-ish, I left. 82, somewhere around there anyway. There was this big argument in the biological world, across the whole world,
Okay.
of what was living and what wasn't living. Where's the borderline of life?
Okay.
And literally 50% of biologists said it was bacteria were the lowest evolutionary type of life.
Okay.
And 50% said, no, viruses, they're below that.
Okay.
And the only difference is that viruses need to be in a very specific growing environment for you to be able to say they're alive, whereas bacteria can be anywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep it really, really simple. But basically, to be alive, you have to be able, or a species has to be able to eat, grow, and reproduce. If it does that, it's living, and if it doesn't, it's not. And that is 99.9% of the scientific definition of life.
Right.
So it's not being dumbed down or anything.
No.
This is almost 100% of it. So what are crystals? Crystals eat. They eat their environment.
Yeah.
Literally, you get this
Like a coral reef, I guess.
Well, you get this primeval soup of stuff. So this basically was a hollow ball that got shot up into the air, a whole ball out of a volcano, and it came down probably into the sea, and the outside of it cooled immediately.
Right.
And then over millions of years, the crystals grew inside out of the liquid that was inside.
Okay. Wow.
And what they're doing is they're eating the soup. And then they put one layer of food on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. So you get,
That's where you get the layers in.
yeah, so this is just,
Inclusions is what they call
yeah,
it.
well, yeah, that's just stuff inside the crystal.
Right.
Which might be in this quartz, or it might be something different in another crystal.
So Debs and Hazel, thank you so much for organising this wonderful trip through your company, which is Purple Phoenix.
Purple Phoenix, based in
How,
Florida.
how did you get to meet this wonderful gentleman, Philip?
Well, that's me. I'm his number one fan, you know. I like
Are
to say it's a
you?
bit of a standing joke between us. I've been training under Philip for nigh on 15 years. And I discovered him when I was searching out crystal books. And I found this photograph on Amazon of this beautiful smile. And I thought, I want to work with you. And through a series of synchronicities and divine intervention, I got to work with him. So I started training with him.
So
yeah,
you
about
say you're
15
training
years
with him? What exactly is it you're training
as
with?
a crystal healing
as
therapist,
a healer,
yes,
right?
as a
okay.
healer. He's also, I say, he's my crystal mentor. He's also my meditation mentor because I did a meditation masters under him as well. So yeah, I've done all 4 of the levels of his training. He's been teaching for like 33, 34 years.
And how long have you been training for?
About 15.
And you've still got more to learn.
Oh, so much more. Every time I think I know more, it's like I don't know anything.
And how
It's
do you
marvellous.
feel coming here on this journey when you walk into
The
a place
first
like this?
time that I came here, once we started Purple Phoenix, the first time I came here, I was like a kid in a sweet shop.
She was running around going,
The
we're having this,
energy-
we're having this.
The energy in here is just overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I know now that when I get here, sit down for 5 minutes
Get
and
yourself
just
grounded.
You don't buy a drum.
Yeah. So we've been meaning to bring, because we tell people about this place, and then
It's
it was
amazing.
like, we'll plan a trip to bring people here. So that's finally happened. When Philip came to visit, he did the Crystals for Everyday Living workshop with us in Essex. And yeah, we pinned him down to a date, and this is he's actually coming back to us in May to do his latest workshop, which is the Ancient Power of Crystals. So we're really excited about that.
Lovely.
And that's the 14th of May, so it's a Thursday evening, and that's going to be held in the restaurant that's directly opposite on our farm shop site.
Fabulous. So people can find you at got a website? It's
We
under
do most things through Facebook.
Yeah.
We do
We
a
have
bit,
got a
but it's-
website,
Yeah.
but There's a but. You know.
There's a but. Deb's not happy with it. So she's the tech department, I'm the blah. So yeah, we're mostly through Facebook. So if you find us at Purple Phoenix Live, you'll see our little logo with the phoenix and the yin yang sign.
Wonderful.
And then everything's on there.
Fabulous. So tell me, how much have you guys spent today? Or should I not ask that?
We
always
don't know.
too much.
It's always too much.
If you can get a receipt for it, you can put it through the books, right?
It is part of the
have
business,
a budget, but
yeah.
we always
Do you
Blow it, yeah.
You go below it or you blow it?
We
blow
usually
it.
blow it and end up putting our own money in.
And also, have you bought for you or have you bought for the shop?
Both. We bought for the shop mostly, but we always have something.
We always
that
treat
buy.
ourselves
I've
to
bought
something.
a couple of bits for me and for my youngest daughter.
Lovely.
Who's still at home.
And I've got this wonderful crystal ball in my hand here.
gorgeous,
Look at
isn't it?
this.
It really is
It's a real
proper.
crystal ball.
And real crystal balls aren't clear.
No, they're
entirely
not. They've
clear.
got
Yeah.
inclusions, and this is
That's
amazing.
it. There's some
This
beautiful
one-
rainbows in there.
This one's coming in at £650, so I'm definitely going to put it back safely. So I just wanted to say thank you for organising this trip and
Thank you for
allowing me
joining us. It's
to
lovely.
spend on my credit card.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, crystals reproduce in two ways. One is that you get a crystal and it's growing with a whole load of other crystals like this,
Yeah,
and then it gets knocked off.
right,
And it might be that a dinosaur's trod on it,
right.
or the earth has had an earthquake and it's shattered, or whatever.
Okay.
And sometimes, for no great apparent reason, some of them start to grow babies on the other end.
Oh, okay. Which is why you see all the little
Yeah.
extra crystals growing off
Yeah.
a crystal.
And
So
so
they've
on this one you
grown
can
those
see a
babies. So-
line around here, which is where it
Got
broke off.
knocked.
And then all of those are tiny
New
babies.
ones. So sometimes you might have like one like that and then another crystal growing off it. I've seen
Yeah.
that out there in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
showroom.
Yeah.
So what was that one we were looking at that had a different crystal growing off it, different colour?
Oh yeah, you can have a different type of crystal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah.
So it does.
Yeah.
So
the-
how does a clear quartz grow, say, a tourmaline? Because that is like
Well, that's
something terminated.
yeah. So it's going to be a different geological process that happens at different times.
Okay. All right,
So
so that's
the-
not really about having
No,
crystal babies.
No,
That's
that
something
would
different.
be the crystal would have the quartz
Merged.
would have been laid down by one set of volcanic activity or earth activity,
Right.
and then millions of years later there's another set, and
Right.
that would have laid the tourmaline down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And they're just
Right.
in the same place. They've grown together. But the other way that you do it is that you can smash your crystal into a million pieces. Don't worry, we're not going to. And you can scatter them wherever you want. And then, if any of those tiny bits end up in the perfect growing environment for quartz crystals, they will act as a seed and they'll grow another crystal.
But not under someone's bed, for example. We're talking about Earth.
In the earth, yeah.
Yeah.
But every single crystal is going to end up back in the earth.
Yeah.
So if you think the
Come from
oldest,
Earth, it's a
the
cycle.
oldest crystals on the planet are 4.2 billion years old.
Wow. I
We've-
wonder what stories they could tell.
Yeah, we've been on the planet for, as human beings, Homo sapiens, for about 300-ish, 350,000 years.
Wow.
They were here before us. In geological terms, we're not going to last much longer, another few 100,000 years or whatever. And the planet's going to last, what, another 11 billion years or something before it disappears into the sun.
So when
So
all
these
this
were
goes,
here
it'll all
before.
just-
Yeah, they'll
go
be
back to
here
Earth.
after. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And in the meantime, we are lucky enough to be in that realm where we're using that energy.
And
So-
that, I was going to say, that brings us to this book, which is the one that I brought
The
out.
latest one.
Almost latest one.
Oh, right.
Actually, it is the latest real one, yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is The Ancient Power of Crystals, and it's about the history, legends, and healing techniques around the world.
Wow,
Different
okay.
things. And it's got a 3.5 million year timeline of crystal technology from the very, very first pre-human hominids that were using stone tools right the way up to tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
And the last chapter on it is an imagination of mine of what it would be like in 25 years. And a friend of mine who works in technology, and he's actually really high up, he's a CIO for a number of listed companies that I won't mention, but I showed it to him before I sent it to the publisher, and he said every single thing that I've written is here today.
Wow.
I haven't actually invented anything.
No.
It's here. Some of it wasn't ethically acceptable
Right.
today,
Yeah.
but every bit of technology exists.
Wow. Okay.
So, from that moment, someone hit two stones together and made controlled fire. They changed the world.
They did. So, what is your latest book then?
So this
Did you
one
say
has
you've got
recently come out, which is
pocket book?
the Pocket Crystal Chakra Healer. So
Right.
this is a pocket version of a book that I
for
brought out.
healers,
Yeah,
really, that
for
want
healers,
to
yeah. And
say clear anxiety from someone. They
Yeah.
want to use the solar plexus, and they want to
Anything.
use the
It
yellowy coloured
focuses-
crystals. That
Focuses on the chakras.
and what crystals are best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got loads of case studies in as well, actually.
I was going to
from
ask you about case studies. I was going to say, what's the best story you can tell us about a healing? That you've enabled or.
Well, there's one which I'll tell you one generalised
So we've
one
got your
first.
beautiful story.
Yeah, I'll tell you
obviously.
one generalised one,
Yeah.
which is that we have a collection of walking sticks.
Okay.
I have them at home.
Yeah.
Because the number of people who come in and after a series of treatments, they come in with walking sticks, one or two, and after
And
a
then they
series
don't need
of treatments, they forget to take them when they go out.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
And I have a collection of those at home. And
So-
the client I tell you about is the very, very first one I had. Because when I started, there were no crystal healers. There were half a dozen in the country. No one knew what it was. No one had heard of it. And one day I said, okay, I'm a crystal healer. And that's it.
And that's it. And it's stuck.
Yeah,
and it's
how do you tell people? This is pre-social media days.
Yeah.
So you've got very expensive advertising in newspapers and magazines, or word of mouth.
Yeah.
And how do you get word of mouth if you're not doing anything?
Exactly.
So I just told everyone I knew, everyone in the family, friends, anyone I met. I'd bump into you in the supermarket and say, oh, hi, I don't know you, but I'm a crystal healer. Yeah. And it worked, because after about 3 days, I got a phone call from friend's aunt or something. And she was a lady in her 80s who had been diagnosed with terminal cancer and been told she had 6 months to live.
Yeah.
And she phoned me and said that she was in bed, she was pretty much bedridden, would I go and see her? And I had so many clients, none, that, I went to see her. And she said to me that she was really okay with dying. She didn't have a problem, but her oldest granddaughter was getting married in the summer,
She wanted
and
to
she
be
wanted to
there.
go to the wedding. That was it, 6 months' time, just over 6 months, that was all. She said, after that, I'll just lie down peacefully, I won't bother anybody. So that's what I did.
Bless.
And so I started working with her, and because I had so many clients, I could only see her every day.
Yeah.
And some strange things happened. She was under medical supervision the whole time.
Yes.
So that was amazing. But after a few days, she got up out of bed that she hadn't done for a few weeks. And she started moving around a little bit, and she felt better. And after about 10 treatments with her, she had a checkup at the hospital. And the doctor said to her, well, the cancer is progressing, but it's not going as fast
As we thought
as we
it
thought it would. And that became their mantra through the whole thing. And she went to her granddaughter's wedding. She danced at her granddaughter's wedding.
Amazing.
The following summer, she went to another granddaughter's wedding and danced at that. And 2.5 years later, so 4.5 years after I started seeing her, she died peacefully in her sleep one night, not from cancer.
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you mentioned cancer, unfortunately, one of the biggest, the C word of our lives here. It's not good. What crystals would you recommend for anybody?
Peridot.
Okay.
So one of the things, I've got a cousin who is a research doctor for one of the American drug companies.
Okay.
And
Because they're trying to dumb a lot of this down, aren't they?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
other thing.
His task in the drug company is to work with cancer, basically, and that's it. And the first thing that he found out was, so this is 30 years ago, 25, 30 years ago, was that around every single tumour, the healthy cells become acidic. And he
We need to make them alkali.
didn't know why, if that was the cancer making them acidic so it could spread into it or whatever.
Right.
But peridot controls acidity. And I started working with it then with everyone who came to me with cancer, and have about a 50% rate of putting it into remission,
Wow.
even at late stage.
So how would, say someone had cancer now, or someone was trying to heal someone with cancer,
Peridot, get it?
how do you use it? So if
Keep
you're
it with you 24/7.
So they have to keep it with them.
Yeah, totally.
And if you were coming to someone to heal them, you would use it, place it on them,
Yeah.
and then you wouldn't touch it after that. That would then be their crystal, or how does that energy transference?
No, it depends. The crystals that I work with for healing, I keep.
Right. Okay. And then you cleanse them
yeah.
your own way.
Yes,
You know, which
because-
is. How do you cleanse yours? That's another one. I remember years ago I said everything's out on the table in the moonlight, and now I'm like, oh.
Under here.
Sorry.
Yes.
Are
Is
you going to get out a selenite bowl?
no
No? Okay.
magic.
Oh, sound. Yes, I do like a bit of that. Yeah. Yeah.
And so tinctures, these are designed as meditation tools.
Yeah.
And in the meditation tool, they work like this. And you breathe with it, and then you swap it over. And you breathe with that, you swap it over. And you keep going like that. But for cleansing, you just literally... And you can do that over crystals, over people.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever you like. And
So you loved sound because it's, I mean, how on earth are you going to get all of this lot out under the moonlight?
That's how you cleanse.
That's how you cleanse
Yeah.
them. And charge them? Is that charging them as well?
I don't believe crystals need charging.
I don't either.
No.
It's funny, I mean, because now mine are kind of in my
Yeah.
little...
People sometimes talk about programming crystals, and I don't think you need to program crystals
I think
either.
that they all have their own jobs.
Yeah.
The reason I think that is years ago when I first went on this journey myself, believe it or not, I started by making crystal sprays.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I have a love for crystals. And I bought one of those big books that I found not very helpful when I was trying to work out what a crystal was. Basically, I created these sprays. I juiced the crystals. Now, as you know, you can't juice all crystals. They can't all. Some, such as tiger's eye, can't be placed in water. But you can get the energy from the crystals into water if you do a certain thing with them, which I used to call juicing.
Okay.
And what would I do is I'd have all these pots of all the crystal juices, and Spirit would just say to me, citrine, amethyst, can't sleep, howlite, la la la. And I made up these sprays, and then I put in different scents, such as, not all just like lavender and clavy sage, but things such as coconut and vanilla, and we had Turkish Delight, rose and chocolate, you know, and that's how I got into this industry. So I've been on a crystal journey myself, but they always told me what it is that someone needs. But that obviously come from them, and then the little drops go into the thing. But I mean, those days, everything used to have to go outside under the moon to charge, and also water would be going out for moon water as well.
Water, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it just depends on what journey you're on, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
But nowadays, they don't go out, and if I want to charge one or clear it, I'll put it in a selenite bowl. I usually use sound quite a
Yeah,
lot.
selenite's good.
And
yeah.
occasionally I will put on a windowsill if it's a brand new one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Vibration today.
I know. It's the feeling after, isn't it? It's like standing in that energy. I just don't know if I can see myself playing a drum.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try it, Sarah.
You know, do you remember when you did that meditation online?
Yeah.
And you just took your mind to another space?
Yeah.
Just close your eyes and take your mind to another space. Just go with the rhythm, like, even feel the rhythm of your breath, rhythm of your heart. No, what you do. go with the rhythm of, once you close your eyes, what you
You
think.
see, I'm not even holding it on.
Close your eyes.
Well, I've got contact lenses in, so I shouldn't close my eyes too much.
Okay.
Or I get stuck on the
Just
eyes.
put them a bit like out of focus.
Okay.
Spirit's layer.
you feel?
Like I'm channeling.
Yeah. I could feel that. 100%.
Oh God! Even the weirdness is that I can just.
wonderful.
I don't usually work with. I do work with guides, but I normally work with, say, your dad, and I just felt an Indian.
this is your own.
There's an Indian guy that just come in. You know, one with the feathers. He said, "Why do you think you're wearing feathers today?" I'm like, okay, weird.
Yeah.
Have you got a name for him?
Powerful, yeah.
Don't worry
Earth.
about it. Earth.
So
On the earth, or
I don't know. Just
as in he's
Earth.
on the earth?
Earth.
Do you think you're channeling earth vibration?
I know.
Of the earth.
Just, yeah.
Vibration of the earth. When he did it behind me, I was like, he's messing with my chakras here.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Very 9.
This round bit.
This piece. And what's the handles? What is on your handle? Is the Buddha or goddess or some?
This feels more feminine, this one.
Yeah, I 100%. I feel like it's going to sound.
Yeah, this is going to be the one, I think, probably.
Much lighter energy. Much more energetic. How do you feel about that?
The other one, that kind of, I find that a bit annoying. See, also, I struggle with like, you know, those gongs, those big gongs. When I first started doing readings and they had the gong down there, I'm like, oh my God, can't, it's too much. It's definitely the other one.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that other drums don't sound like
It's
that.
much more playful, the sound. Much more playful.
But it's not playful we need, it's healing and clearing. And that other one's like the, I think it's the daddy of the,
Yeah, to me this is more
that's the daddy
aggressive,
of them. Yeah,
and that one's more
healing.
earthy and healing.
Earth, that's what we got. That's
Yeah.
what they said, earth. It's about connecting you to earth,
Yeah.
grounding.
Yeah.
Maybe Dave
All got
needs
tingling.
grounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got tingling and Dave needed grounding.
Okay, so talk to us about what you've got on this table and what your
Okay.
favourite items
So
are.
here, these are known as alien amethyst.
Okay, so what does it mean, alien amethyst?
Well, they come from
It
India.
doesn't look like amethyst.
No, they come from India. And the guy that I got them from, so I got them at the Tucson Gem Show recently. And these have been around for, well, on the market for not many years, but they've been around for hundreds of millions of years in the earth. And there is a story, because they're from a mine just north of Hyderabad in India. And there's a story that's told there about the aliens who came down to Earth, and they were going to use this material to build their own city on Earth.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why do I feel sick?
Why?
Yes.
Oh, it's this alien thing again. You love these, don't you?
I really
Or are you too close to
feel
the Moldavite?
sick.
Yeah. So what happens with that? That's the same thing again. That
It's a reaction.
It's reaction.
Here, it's,
Yeah.
It starts here and now it's in my solar
Yeah.
plexus.
So it's something
And-
that you don't want to look at, that you're pushing down. We all have them.
So that could be, say, rose quartz for somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for me,
Could be
it's-
anything for people. Yeah. For you, it's the alien associated things.
I think it is actually.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I can connect to those energies, and I have done when I needed to find out what was going to unfold in recent times where we needed to know what was going to happen, and maybe we might need to soon. In that case, I could connect to the Guardians, and I don't mind the Guardians, they're slightly different, but these ones are not from the Guardians. I can feel it's different.
No, definitely not.
So I'm
So
and
then-
I always felt that whenever I connected to sort of alien energies, that I don't know why I feel this, but I feel like it's cancerous, and it could just be something that a fear through me, or the fact that someone in many years has said to me, don't connect too often with energy that's not on your frequency because it could be cancerous.
It might
Either way, I don't know,
Yeah.
but I don't do it very often.
But it might be the stuff that's coming up. It might be from much earlier in this life, or it could be from a past life.
Someone just said past life.
Yeah.
It's
it
easing
could
off
be-
now,
Yeah.
but that was just very, very strange. I really came out, I thought I was going to have to go and sit down.
So anything like that with a crystal that you don't like, spend a couple of weeks with it in little bits,
Right.
little moments,
Okay.
and just a bit more each day. And after a couple of weeks, it will be your best friend. You might realise what it's cleared for you. And sometimes people don't. They just wake up one morning and think, I feel better and I don't know why or what.
Okay.
And that's fine, because I don't believe we have to go into every bit of psychology.
No, I don't.
It's,
If
you
don't
feel
have to go-
better.
Feel better, get on with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love that.
So, yeah, the aliens came down as the story, and they were going to use this material to build their city on Earth. And then something happened, and they decided they didn't like Earth.
Right.
And so they went forth to the heavens again and left this in the Earth.
And this is myth or...
Well, there's
proven?
another thought, which is that there might have been two separate geological processes, one that laid down the amethyst first, and then a second one a few million or tens of millions or hundreds of millions of years later that laid down the hematite, which is the red on top, and that bonded to the amethyst, because you can't scratch it off.
Hematite.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what I
hematite.
said,
Yeah,
hematite
yeah,
doesn't like me.
Yes, it's hematite and amethyst together.
And I never would have thought that was hematite.
And so this-
Because obviously I think hematite's silver.
This is well, if you polish this, it will go silver.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And so these are the two crystals that link basically us, if you like, because they're working with the earth energies and with the spirit energies.
Right. With the spirit energies
Yeah,
or
so
with
here's
the
amethyst.
alien energies?
No. I actually believe that these are from the earth.
Yeah.
And it's geological processes at
Right,
different
right.
times. But it's a lovely story that the
It is-
Indians tell.
It is.
But you can see on some of them like this that you can really clearly see the amethyst
Yes.
and
It's
then
like
the
raw.
hematite as a totally secondary thing
Yes.
on top.
So hematite starts off red and then ends up polished.
You polish it and it gets the silver gunmetal colour, yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
And then these, of course, are your favourite, I know. So this is moldavite.
And how is that crystal? What's the
So
originality around that?
So
how did
moldavite only comes from
form?
one place, which is the Czech Republic.
Okay.
And,
So it's not come from aliens then?
well, a meteorite actually hit the Earth.
Okay, so it has.
And it exploded just above the surface of the Earth, and it melted the Earth's surface below it and threw up back into the stratosphere all of that mix of the meteorite and the Earth.
Okay.
And then what comes down is these, which are a mixture between the Earth and space material. Yeah, you love them, I know.
I know. He just said, I'll look after you. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. And they really do actually connect you with the stuff that is up there and beyond.
Well, I do feel like this one's chosen me.
And
strange
they're
for you.
fantastic for distant healing and
Oh, very
remote
nice.
viewing and anything
yes.
over a distance.
Okay, that's good because I do a lot of clearing over a distance.
Perfect.
Says I'm
yeah.
going to be your new best friend. I'm like, I've
Yeah.
never spoken to a crystal before.
Yeah.
And when I speak to spirit, who tell me,
Yeah.
right, you need this, you need that, you know.
Yeah, I speak to crystals and occasionally you hear something from spirit.
And this is a he, right?
If you say so, I'll trust you.
I've got a 50% chance on that one.
But yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. Oh,
No,
nice.
I felt he was quite. I said he
Drawn
as
to
well.
me.
Yeah.
You did, and then
Yeah.
he was drawn to me.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, that
Yeah.
one's got my name on it then. So, tell me where you get all these wonderful crystals from. I mean, obviously, you must be sourcing them from all over the world, and I know they've got mines in Brazil, Tucson, all sorts of
Yeah.
places.
Absolutely.
So you just like go out and ferret around yourself, or
No, those
you've
days
never
are
been
gone.
actually down in the mines and dug any of them?
I have
You
in the past.
Yes.
I have. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, yes, someone
yeah.
just showed me a vision
Yeah,
of that.
but I'm older and
Wiser. Yeah, I'm
and
just
my
gonna
body's
buy-
not
yeah.
the body it was. But yeah, so I've just come back from the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, which is the biggest gem show in the world.
Do you exhibit there, or do you just buy there?
No, I just go to buy.
Yeah.
I've thought about it. I do workshops there as well.
Yes.
So I teach there.
So you're moving more into like the teaching side of things as well, because that's what
Yeah.
they can also
Yeah,
people can find
teaching
you?
is very much my big thing. So I teach crystal healing. Sometimes I'll teach Reiki. I teach meditation. Teach some sound stuff.
I love that.
Whatever I feel like, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's the most unusual place that you've picked up crystals from?
Oh, weirdly, the end of the lizard in Cornwall.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's some serpentine. We haven't got it here. This is all the new
Okay.
stuff that I've
That's
just talked about from the
interesting.
gem show. There's some inside in the storeroom. And yeah, literally serpentine that's just there naturally, right on the edge of it. Yeah, but just weird things all over the place.
So you've spoken to us about your crystals, your love for them. Tell us now how people can get in touch with you, or what it is that you're offering to the general public.
Okay, so we've got a crystal showroom here in St Albans, and you can come in and buy crystals, anything from a tumble stone for £1 or £2 to I think the most expensive ones we've got are about £6,000, something like that. So anything in that range at all, you're most welcome. And we're only open sometimes, so Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and the rest of the time by appointment.
Okay, and do you have a website that they
We
can
have a
find you?
website which is thecrystalhealer.co.uk.
Wonderful.
And if this goes out across the world, which presumably
It
it does,
does, yeah.
so my American workshops, I teach a lot in America as well.
Wow, okay.
And that is crystalsusa.com.
Fabulous, fabulous.
And so that's only got the American stuff on, whereas the other one's got UK stuff on. It's
I like that.
complicated, but simply complicated. And so what do? I sell crystals. I import them from all over the world. I think the last count we were up to 76 countries that we buy from. I go to gem shows in different places, none in this country at all because they're all too small and for me too expensive. And as well as crystals, both retail and wholesale, so we wholesale them as well. And I see clients one-to-one for healing, and I teach groups as well. So
Wonderful.
anything there, and I've got lots of recordings of meditations. There's a crystal class recording as well, and meditation class and a few others. And I also record some music, so drumming,
Great.
native drums. A Shaman's Drumming Journey is a drumming album, which a lot of people actually say is more like trance dance, but that's probably their stuff and not mine.
Yeah.
And there's an album that you might hear some of on here actually, which is called Walking the Walk, which is a combination of crystal singing bowls, mostly Native American drums, some African drums, and some Tibetan instruments as well, and blues guitar.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, Philip. It's been an absolute
you.
pleasure to talk to you. I could talk to you all day, but thank you for taking some time to show us around. And I'm excited. Sarah Jean and I are going to be like, what are we going to get? And looks like this one's coming home with me. Mr. Mulverdike is coming home with me. Thank
Lovely.
you very much.
Thank you.
It's a battle march.
Whoa.
That's a powerful woman.
Is it?
That's a battle march.
I wanted to ask you on the side what exactly, I've never seen a crystal portal, but that said, I've seen a lot of things that are portals, that even CD racks,
Yeah,
you know,
and like
tarot
a wall,
cards.
a bit
So
of wall,
of course you could
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
portal such
Yeah.
as this as but then how would you, because so then I'd be tempted to close it.
No, because it lets you through.
So
And remember,
it-
you've got the
So
crystalline
it's
energy
passage.
there.
Yeah, passage to a
To
different
another dimension,
realm.
another world, realm. Yeah.
So it's been a wonderful day here in St Albans at the Crystal Healer. What an amazing place this is. I cannot explain to you the energy you feel when you walk into this showroom. So if you are local and you get a chance to come in and look at all these treasures, and they really are treasures, just come. That's all I'm going to say. It's been an absolute pleasure here. We've had a wonderful day with Purple Phoenix, who put on this wonderful day, and I hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly have. Our credit cards are definitely a lot lighter. I will see you next time.